If you are looking for Christmas gift ideas that don't suck this year, I have got you covered. I take gift giving seriously. It's an art form. So I've put together a list here. We've got over 75 things on this list that would be perfect to give to someone you love or to put on your own Christmas wish list if you're still looking for a few things to ask for Christmas for yourself. And the whole point of this gift guide is that they're practical things. They're things that people will actually like, actually use, and that you can genuinely feel good about giving to people on Christmas and not feel like, oh, okay, I just got something random because I needed to give you something. My credentials are that every single thing on this list is something that I have gotten in the past and loved and used, things that I have given to people in the past that they have loved and used, things that are on my current Christmas wish list that I'm asking for this year, or things that people in my life have and love that I didn't necessarily give to them, but I wish I did because they're just that good. So you can rest assured that everything on this list has been thought through, there's intention behind it, everything makes sense, and it's all there for a reason. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. I have broken this list up into 9 different categories, kind of broken up by the types of items slash the types of person that you could get these gifts for based on what they're interested in or what they like or what you're interested in, what you like if you're adding it to your own wish list. So I will have all the categories down in the description below, and I will also link all of the items that I talk about in the description as well. I did my best to do a mixture of actual physical items and experiences on this gift guide because sometimes experiences and like non-tangible items are the best gifts that you can give, but we'll get more into that when we actually start talking about the experiences. So let's go ahead and dive into our first category. First up, we have ideas for self-care and pampering. These would be things for someone who just loves a cozy night in, who loves to be comfy, who loves to just enjoy their rent, if you will. Maybe a homebody, maybe someone who just takes self-care really seriously. Maybe that's someone you know, maybe that's you. First up, we have a comfy, cozy, fuzzy robe. I got a robe for Christmas last year and it is such a game changer for when you get out of the shower. I have a fuzzy one for the winter and then like a satin one that I use during the summertime. It's winter here in the States right now, so a fuzzy one makes the most sense, but I do love that satin one that I use in the summertime too. Going along with that, you could also get a pair of fuzzy cutie little slippers. I have gotten myself a pair of crisscross slippers every single year. They are so comfy. They just make it so much more fun and like cozy to walk around the house, especially if you have hardwood floors that can get kind of cold in the winter. I've got a little subcategory in here, which is hair care. I feel like this is an underrated form of self-care, but I've got a bunch of ideas for hair care on here. First up is a heated thermal round brush. This is on my Christmas list this year. I know this was super popular in the last couple years, and I know everybody loved this on TikTok. I just recently got my hair cut like yesterday, and I'm going into the new year with this sense of like wanting to take more care of my hair. Something else that's on my list is a nice curling iron. There are so many different levels of curling irons. I think one that I have is from TJ Maxx. Like, you do not need to go all out, but you can. The one that I have on my list is the T3 curling iron. So I'm asking for a little bit of a nicer one, but there are so many different types of curling irons you can get, or you could do a straightener if someone maybe like has curly hair and they like to straighten their hair. I personally have pin straight hair, so I like to curl my hair. Going along with that is a root lifting mousse. I personally have the one from Dry Bar on my list. Nothing irks me more than having my hair feel like it's flat, like plastered to my scalp. So having a little mousse that you can put in to just like lift up your roots a little bit is just like, to me, the pinnacle of style. Going along with that, I have the K18 Air Wash Dry Shampoo. This is like magic. I have this on my list for this year. I've used this once before. I genuinely felt like I was experiencing voodoo. Like, it was crazy. I don't know how it works, but it started out as a liquid that you spray in your hair, and somehow it just like transforms into a dry shampoo and your hair just looks magical. Like, it is genuinely, it feels like magic. And to go along with that, I'm asking for the K18 Volumizing Spray. More hair care products. This is like a theme for me this year. I'm asking for a lot of hair care products this year. The Amika Texturizing Spray. I have seen such good reviews on this, and my hairdresser yesterday actually mentioned this one by name, so I put it straight on my list. Next up, I have the round brush attachment for my Shark Flex style. Obviously, you can customize this for your own list. You could get different attachments, or if like you have the Dyson instead of the Shark, you can do Dyson accessories. I am still striving for the perfect at-home blowout, and I think this would help a lot with that. And to round out hair care, you could get a nice set of rollers. These are so popular right now. I see them all over TikTok. Again, going for that perfect at-home blowout, and I think rollers would help so much. Moving on from material things, I've also got a couple experiences that you could get for someone who's looking to get into self-care and pampering. I love gifting experiences to people. These are perfect, especially if you're shopping for someone who you feel like you don't know what to get them. Like, this person just has everything. I love gifting experiences. I think it's also fun to gift experiences because I feel like we've gotten to a point where like everybody has so much stuff. Like, a lot of us don't need more stuff. So gifting an experience, you can still get someone something nice. You guys can do something together. You can build a memory together, but you're not just like adding clutter to their space. For an experience, you could get someone a voucher to go get a facial, or if you wanted to go all out, you could get them a certain period of time for a facial membership. I know here in DC and in lots of cities, there are so many places that do like monthly facial memberships. I have gotten a couple facials this year, and this would be a fantastic gift to give to someone. It is just so relaxing to go get a facial, and it's something that I feel like people would appreciate, but they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. So it's kind of a fun little gift in that way too. In the same vein, you could get them a membership at a spa if they like to get massages, or they like to get like a scalp treatment. Just like a monthly spa membership would be a great experiential gift. If you have someone in your life who loves getting their nails done, you could get them either a gift card to go get their nails done, or like a couple of months worth of nail treatments. This is something you can either like go to the nail salon and ask if they do like gift vouchers, or you could just like make your own little voucher for yourself and be like, hey, next time you go get your nails done, like it's on me. And then rounding out self-care and pampering, if you have someone in your life who loves perfumes or who loves to have like a signature scent, you could take them to a make your own perfume workshop. I have seen these all over the city. I think they are so creative, where you basically go and like spend an hour or two learning about perfumes, learning how they're made, and then making your own signature custom scent, which I think is just such a fun, like out of the box little gift idea that you could get for someone if they love perfumes, or if you've got someone that's like looking for a signature scent, or if you're looking for a signature scent, this is a really easy thing to add to your wish list. Moving on to category number 2, we have fitness. If you have someone in your life who's regularly doing exercise or going to the gym, or like going to boxing classes or Pilates or yoga, no matter how much workout equipment they have, they will always appreciate getting new workout gear, like workout leggings or sports bras, or like matching sets. I love a good matching set. I've got a couple matching sets on my Christmas wish list this year, and you could go all out, but you also don't need to break the bank on these. Personally, I love CRZ Yoga on Amazon. I find them really affordable, but also really high quality. They're still like super nice for like 20 or 30 bucks. Next up, I have a nice quality yoga mat. I'm the type of person where I will buy a $5 yoga mat from Target and then wonder why it sucks. So if you have an active person in your life, maybe getting them a nice mat, like a yoga mat or just a fitness mat in general, like a Pilates mat maybe, something that's actually gonna have a little bit of durability and like withstand the test of time a little bit. If you have someone in your life who does a specific type of fitness, you can get them something related to the type of fitness that they like. For example, I like boxing. I go to a boxing class about once a week, so you could get them like boxing wraps. That's actually on my list this year, is a nice set of boxing wraps, so I don't have to just use like the random unisex, like one size fits all ones that they give you. Earlier this year, I got myself a nice set of boxing gloves that I really like, so if you've got someone in your life who's going boxing, like you can get them their own boxing gloves so they don't always have to like rent them from the gym. Or if someone you know loves Pilates, you can get them a nice pair of Pilates socks, or maybe like a set of Pilates socks or something. Sometimes it's those little like personalized touches that just make all the difference. You could get someone a nice set of hand weights. I've seen these all over TikTok. I think they're so aesthetic and so cute. Kind of going along with that too, you could get someone either wrist weights and or ankle weights. I've seen this a lot where people will put on ankle weights when they're just like walking around the house, or you can put on wrist weights like while you're cleaning the house, just to get a little bit of extra resistance in there, like kind of build fitness and like health and wellness into your daily lifestyle. I think these would be perfect for someone who's like really busy and maybe doesn't have a ton of time to make to go like to the gym, or to actually like dedicate to getting a workout in. Something like this is really nice to kind of build it into their routine. If the person you're shopping for doesn't have one already, you can get them a dedicated gym bag. I just use like a random bag that I found that fits my boxing gloves, my wrap, and like a sweatshirt. But getting someone a personalized gym bag that can fit all their stuff would be so cute. You can get it in their favorite color. You could get it monogrammed with their initials. I think that would be a very meaningful but also very practical gift. Bridging the gap between things and experiences, you could get someone a ClassPass membership, either for 1 month or for 3 months, or like an entire year subscription, depending on how intense you want to go. ClassPass is so popular, especially in bigger cities where there's lots of different gyms and you can try out different types of exercise. Doubling down on experiences, I've got a couple ideas. These ones are pretty specific, but this might work for like a guy in your life, or if there's someone who likes to golf, you could get them tickets to like Top Golf, or like a golf simulation experience. Like that's what I ended up getting my dad for Christmas last year, was 2 tickets to this like digital golf simulator. I have no idea how it works, but he does, and that's what's important. And then wrapping it up for fitness experiences, I have puppy yoga. My friend Caroline and I took a puppy yoga class earlier this year, and it was genuinely one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. The yoga was super gentle, like it was not a strenuous experience, and the puppies were so cute. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. A little bit on the pricey side, but so worth it. This would be perfect, I think, for anyone who loves yoga or anyone who loves puppies, which is pretty much everybody as far as I'm concerned. Moving on to category number 3, we have health and wellness. First up on here, we have the Hatch Sunrise Alarm Clock. I have the Hatch Restore 3 personally. I can't lie, it did take me almost 9 months to figure out how on earth to connect my alarm clock to my Wi-Fi. So that's my only beef with the Hatch system. But other than that, this has changed my mornings. It makes me so much calmer in the mornings to wake up to a natural, gradual, gentle sunrise alarm rather than just my blaring iPhone next to me. Kind of going along with the sleep theme, I have a good quality sleep mask on here. This is the perfect gift for someone who is a really light sleeper or a sensitive sleeper. If there's light coming in, they always wake up early. Or if you share a room with someone who has the TV on later than when you want to go to sleep, or watches TikToks with the brightness at full, this is a great gift. Next up, we have a walking pad. These have gone so viral online. If you have someone in your life who works from home or spends a lot of time inside, a walking pad would be a really great gift to help them just move their body a little bit more, really get those steps in. Especially great for the winter time when it gets dark at literally 1 p.m. and you don't want to go outside to go on your daily walk. You just have a walking pad inside. Next up is a pair of blue light glasses. I have a pair of blue light glasses that I love. They genuinely save me so many headaches. I'm on my screens basically from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. That's just the reality of my life. And I know it's the same for a lot of people. So if you get headaches or eye strain from looking at your screens all day, a pair of blue light glasses is the perfect solution and such a cutie little gift. Next up for health and wellness, you can get somebody an emotional support water bottle. I love my emotional support water bottle. I go basically nowhere without it. And there are so many cute ones you can get. I know people love Stanley's, people love a Walla. I personally have an Ello, which I love. You can either sip from it or you can flip the lid and chug. It has 2 different types of ways that you can drink. And it's dishwasher safe, which I love because I'm a lazy girl. I'm not gonna hand wash my stuff. I'm gonna put it in the dishwasher. Lastly, for health and wellness, I talk about this app all the time. It's the Finch app. It's free to use, but if you've got someone in your life that already uses it, you could upgrade them for a year to a pro subscription, which I think just unlocks a couple extra features and kind of takes your self-care to the next level. Okay, moving on to category number 4, we have gifts for your crafty and creative people. The number one thing I have on here is a bullet journal. This is a little bit more of an acquired taste, but I love bullet journaling. I have a new bullet journal on my Christmas list every single year. I just think bullet journaling is so fun. If you've got someone who likes to journal but maybe not bullet journal, you could get them a guided journal or just a regular blank lined journal. You could get them an adult coloring book. I think these are so fun. I've actually printed out different adult coloring pages over the years and I find them so relaxing. It's just such a good idea for a cozy night in. Going along with that and the journaling, you could get them a nice set of markers or highlighters or pens. If you've got someone who's a little more into yarn crafts, you could get them a crochet kit. These are so fun. You guys know I love to crochet. I know that Woobles has really cute crochet kits for pretty affordable prices, so you could get someone a couple different Woobles crochet kits. They also have a bunch of different options at Michael's and different craft stores. If someone is into yarn crafts, you could get them a yarn organizer. If you work with yarn or if you have someone in your life that works with yarn, you know it's just so difficult to organize all your yarn in a way that makes sense. You could also do just a general craft supplies organizer if you've got someone that likes to paint or draw or make friendship bracelets or whatever the case may be. Getting them an organizer for all of their different crafting materials is such a thoughtful gift that really says I know you and I'm thinking of you. Going along with that, you could get someone a couple different bracelets from the Little Words Project. I think these are so cute. I have a couple of these on my list. This doesn't need to be for someone super creative in your life because I think anyone can do this, but you can get someone a Lego set. I think that Legos work perfectly for literally anybody. You don't even necessarily need to be super into Legos. I think this would be really thoughtful if you can kind of tailor it to what they're interested in. So if you've got someone that loves plants, you can get them the Lego flowers. Or if someone loves a certain movie franchise like Wicked or Jurassic Park or something, you could get them the Lego sets for those movies. Star Wars, Harry Potter, there are so many different things that Lego does. I think they could really fit for anybody. Again, I think this works best for someone in your life who either loves Legos or is pretty creative and doesn't mind putting something together and building it themselves. But I don't think you need to be an expert level crafty person to enjoy getting Legos as a gift. I also, of course, have some experiences on here for your crafty creative people. If you've got someone who's interested in pottery, you could get them tickets to a pottery class. Personally, I would not be caught dead doing a pottery class because I cannot stand the feeling of clay under my nails. It actually makes me sick to my stomach and itchy all over my body. But if I did enjoy pottery, I do think that would be a good gift. I just have sensory issues with clay clay. Going along with that, if you don't want to do like the actual make your own pottery, you could do paint your own pottery, where there's already like pre-made ceramic things. You can go out and pick whatever you want, whether it's a flower vase or a plate or little tchotchkes. Like there's so many different things that you can go and just paint your own design, and then they fire it and you have it as a gift. That one's also perfect because you get the experience and you get the gift at the end. Like you get to keep whatever item you make. So I think that's a really good combination of an experience and a physical item that you can give to someone. Moving away from pottery, if you want to give someone an experience that's a little bit crafty and clever but not related to clay, you could get someone tickets for a paint and sip experience. This is where you go and you have a glass of wine and you take a painting class with an instructor who tells you like what scene you're gonna paint, and then like Bob Ross style you follow along and you end up with a painting at the end of the night. I think this is so cute. I think it's a perfect gift. Again, you get the experience and the actual item at the end. This would be perfect for a couple's night or for like a girls' night, friends, going out with buddies, just like anybody who's creative. I think this could really work well for pretty much anybody on your list. Moving on to category number 5, we have bookish gifts for the people in your life that like to read or who like books. Number 1 on here would be a personalized embosser. I love the ones that say like from the library of Charlotte Pratt. Like you can get it customized to your own name. This is on my list this year. I think it is so clever. I think it's so cute and it's so personalized. This obviously works best if you're getting it for someone who likes to read physical copies of books. Also for physical book copy lovers, you can get them a book sleeve. This is great for traveling to keep their books protected, especially if they're reading a lot of paperbacks, which get damaged pretty easily. If you've got someone who goes for more of a digital vibe, you can get them a Kindle. A Kindle is on my list this year. I am asking for a Kindle Paperwhite. I've never been a digital reader person, but I am truly and desperately running out of space for physical books in my apartment. So I think a Kindle would be the perfect solution for that problem. If you're getting a gift for someone who already has a Kindle, you could get them a little Kindle cover or a Kindle case. There are so many cute ones out there. You could get them custom on Etsy. They have so many on Amazon. There are also a ton of small businesses that make Kindle covers. I think every reader would appreciate a cute new bookmark. I love having a custom bookmark. I think it's so thoughtful. It's such a nice little way to say like, I'm thinking of you, and then every time they read and they look at their bookmark, they're gonna think of you. This one's a little niche and unique, but you could get them a new or like special cover of their favorite book. I saw a couple weeks ago that Barnes & Noble just released a new edition of The Wizard of Oz. Like it has new covers and they look so stunning. So if there's someone in your life that has a favorite book, you could get them an alternative cover for that book. You could get someone a reading journal. I have seen these all over. I think they are so cute. Kind of the perfect way to blend reading and journaling, especially if you know the person that you're getting the gift for is also a little bit crafty and a little bit creative. And of course, a reading light if you're gifting for someone who usually reads like in the dark or at nighttime right before they go to bed. You could also consider subscriptions for the bookish people in your life. If you've got people that like to read physical copies of books, you could get them a book of the month subscription. Or if you've got someone who loves audiobooks, you could get them an Audible subscription. I have had an Audible subscription in the past and I canceled it because I wasn't listening to audiobooks, but in the past year or so, I have really started listening to a lot more audiobooks, and I've been considering reopening my Audible subscription. I think this would be a lovely gift to get for someone. Moving on to our next category, we have gift ideas for the foodie in your life or someone who loves cooking. First up, you could get them a cookbook. I think this is such a cutie little idea. There are so many options for cookbooks. Like there are so many different ones. You could get it customized to the type of lifestyle that they live, or if they follow any foodie influencers that have written cookbooks, you could get them the cookbook by their favorite influencer. That's kind of like a special little touch. These ones seem so random and adult, but coming from someone who got these last year, trust me, these are good Christmas gifts. We've got a set of casserole dishes. I asked for this for Christmas last year and my mom got them for me and I use them all the time. I got a 3 set of casserole dishes of different sizes and they are seriously, they're so nice. I use them all the time. They're dishwasher safe, they're beautiful, and every time I use those casserole dishes, I think of my mom. Last year, I also got myself a Dutch oven. I love my Dutch oven. It's so beautiful. I can use it to make soups. Like it's soup season right now. You can use it for pot roast. You can use it for like large batch recipes. If you have someone who likes to cook that you're shopping for, a Dutch oven is such a great gift. You could also get someone a nice wooden board. This could work as like a cutting board or as like a charcuterie board. My friend Caroline makes charcuterie boards all the time. She has a couple of really nice wooden boards that I think would be great gifts. If you've got someone in your life who likes to cook a lot, you could get them a nice knife set. I feel like nice knives are such an underrated gift, but they can make all the difference when you're cooking. Like if you've got bad knives, it's a frustrating experience to try and cook. So a nice set of culinary knives is such a thoughtful gift for someone who likes to cook or who spends a lot of time in the kitchen. And lastly, we have an experience for your foodie. I think this is such a sweet gift. You could get someone cooking classes. This is, oh my God. I am so obsessed with this as a gift idea. This would be perfect for date night, for your friends. You could take a parent, you could get them like for your parents to go together. There are so many different options. I think this is such a sweet gift idea. Again, it's a little out of the box. It's something that you might not think of to get someone as a gift, but I would be so over the moon if someone got me tickets to go to a cooking class. It just feels so like classy and high end. I don't know, it just seems like the perfect gift. Next up, we have a couple ideas for the sporty person in your life. Number one is of course going to be the jersey of their favorite player or one of their favorite players on their favorite team. This is a gift that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like it always hits. If they already have a jersey or you don't want to go the jersey route, you could get them a vintage hoodie. Personally, I don't think a lot of team merch is very cute. Like a lot of professional sports teams, I don't think that their current merch is very cute, but I love the look of a vintage either hoodie or sweatshirt or crew neck or t-shirt or whatever. I think that would make a fantastic gift for someone who has a favorite sports team or just like loves sports in general. This one is super niche, but my boyfriend has a couple of these and he absolutely loves them. So I think this would be a great gift for if you have like a guy in your life, whether it's a boyfriend or a brother or a dad. A Carhartt hat for your favorite sports team. These are so cute, so classy, and you still get to represent your favorite sports team, or in his case, your girlfriend's favorite sports team. Shout out Michigan, go blue. For something other than apparel, you could get someone a plaque of their favorite stadium. I got this last year as part of a white elephant and I have it up in my room. I think this is the most special thing ever. I think this is perfect, especially for college students. If you've got someone who's in college currently or who like recently graduated and they just like had a great college experience, getting them a plaque of their college football stadium is so special. I just think like it's so cute. I got mine on Amazon for like 30 bucks. It was super inexpensive, really thoughtful, really cute, and honestly, I think a lot of sports stuff ends up looking tacky, but this one I think is like really classy and actually like goes with pretty much any type of decor. If you want something that's a little bit less obvious, that's just like a little bit more subtle, you could make them a chunky blanket in the colors of their favorite sports team. I'm actually doing this for my dad this year. You just get a bunch of this chunky fuzzy yarn and you hand knit it together. There are so many tutorials that you can find online. It's so easy. I will say this yarn is a little bit on the pricey side, so I wouldn't do this for like everybody on your list because it could end up being a little bit expensive. But I think this is a really sentimental gift that shows that you're thinking about them, you care about them, but they also get a blanket out of the deal, which they can use any time of year, not just during their favorite sports season. Lastly, an experience you could get for a sporty person in your life would be tickets to a game for their favorite sports team. It's always so fun to go see games live, especially I think again that this would be great for a college student or someone who's recently graduated to be able to go back to their college campus and watch their college football team compete again. Or if you've got someone who loves the NFL, like taking them to an NFL game. So many options, and I think it works out really well for pretty much anybody. For category number 8, we have technology. The first thing on here is a brick phone lock. This is on my Christmas wish list. I think this would be so helpful if you've got someone who's got a screen time addiction that they're trying to break. I will say I think that this is a little bit pricey for what it is. However, I have heard really, really great things about it, so who am I to judge? Maybe it really is life-changing. A portable charger is also always a wonderful gift to get for someone. There are so many different types. You could get someone that's MagSafe that just like clips onto the back of your phone. You could also get someone a nice phone case. There are so many different types of phone cases out there. This can be a really thoughtful gift that you can kind of customize to whatever it is that they love. Another thing that's on my Christmas wish list that you could get for someone is a laptop case or a laptop sleeve. I don't know how I don't have one of these because I bring my laptop everywhere with me and I'm always so scared that it's gonna get damaged or scratched or cracked or dented or something. So a protective little case is super inexpensive but really thoughtful and like helps you preserve your peace of mind. You could also get someone a laptop stand for their desk to elevate their laptop and save their neck. In that same vein, you could get somebody a desk organizer that has room for a monitor and their laptop or storage for like a mouse and a keyboard and all your different things that you might have on your desk. And finally, this one's a little bit on the expensive side, but definitely worth it. If you've got someone who works a desk job or who works from home or just spends a lot of time on their screen, a second monitor is a great option for a gift. I recently got one of these this year and it has been so helpful. It's such a game changer. A little bit on the expensive side, but definitely worth it if you're spending a lot of time looking at your screen and you're working at a desk. And finally, we have made it to the last category. We have gifts for the traveler in your life. First up is a little weekender bag. I know the Bays weekender bag is very popular, but I also have a Vera Bradley kind of like, I don't know if it's actually called the weekender bag, but it's basically like the perfect size duffel for a little weekend away. These are so helpful for if you don't want to pack an actual suitcase, if you're just like going to spend the night at a friend's house or you're going on like a little weekend weekend getaway. These are the perfect size bag. If you do have someone who's going on a little bit of a longer trip, you could get them a carry-on or like nice full-size checked luggage. Bonus points if you get it as a matching set, because I love matching luggage. I think it's so cute and aesthetic. Next up is packing cubes. These are such a game changer, especially for longer trips. They're just so helpful for staying organized and keeping all your things where they belong. Going along with that is a travel jewelry box. I got this from my mom for Christmas a couple years ago and it was such a hit. I put this on my list for this year. Whenever I travel, I never have a good place to put my jewelry and it always ends up just kind of like at the bottom of my makeup bag. But a little portable jewelry box, like it is literally this big and it's just a place to store all of your jewelry so it doesn't get tangled and it doesn't get lost and it doesn't get separated at the bottom of your bag. And then lastly is to get them a fun, like custom experience in the next place that they're traveling to. This one is so personalizable. It's such a great gift idea. Last year for Christmas, I knew we had a trip planned to Scotland the following summer. So I found this place in Edinburgh where you can make your own custom Scottish handbags. And I got my mom tickets for the both of us to go during our trip to Scotland. But this is such a great gift because it's so unique. It's so like, it's tailored to the trip that they're going on. You can find an experience that's really meaningful to them in the specific destination that you're going to. And then similar to a lot of the other experiences, you also get to keep it after your trip. So it's kind of like a souvenir and a keepsake and a memory all in one. And you get the experience of doing it together. So like the handbag experience, we were in Scotland, we went, we spent an hour like building our own handbags, and then we got to keep the handbags at the end of it. I would recommend if you're getting someone an experience, whether it's this type of experience for a traveler or any of the other experiences, making some sort of little pamphlet or like printing out the tickets that you bought them and then wrapping those and putting those under the tree so that the person you're giving them to has something to unwrap come Christmas time. Maybe I'm just a sucker for unwrapping something under the tree, but I think it's always more special if you have something that you can actually give to someone. Even if you're giving them tickets to an experience, I think it just makes it a little bit more fun, a little more special if you can like actually hand it to them and they can unwrap it and see like the tickets to the experience and know that that's their gift. But that is my full gift guide and Christmas wish list inspiration list for you. I will do my best to have all the things I discussed in this video linked down in the description below so you guys have easy access to anything that caught your eye during this video. If you have any of your own gift ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments below so we can all help each other out and get everyone that we love this Christmas the perfect gift. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it for me down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you join the family. I am doing the 12 days of Vlogmas this year, so I've got lots more content coming your way for the rest of the month of December. But that is gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.